My name is Adam Pleger. So I currently play for the men's club soccer team. I play in midfield for them. I'm in my second year at Alabama, and I've been playing soccer since I was 4 years old. Our team is built with every single grade level, starting with the seniors. This year, we only have 2, so it's a lot less than last year, but a majority of us are actually sophomores. A lot came in with my class that made the team, and we have people from all over the country. We have a kid from Seattle, a kid from Colorado, kids from New York, Ohio, all over the place. When you have a lot of out-of-state people, the type of play style kind of varies from state to state from time to time. So kids from Seattle, this isn't every school, but some of them might be more defensive-minded. And like where I came from, we were more offensive-minded. So when you mesh all those different backgrounds and mindsets together, it kind of creates a challenge at first because there's certain play styles that each player from a different area likes to play by. So that is part of coming to training every time and practicing with everyone.
Because like with studying, it's such a I guess a difficult discipline. It's just like a way for me to kind of blow off steam. And I worshiped soccer in high school. So I wanted to play in college. But I picked here because of the money. So they give you good money for being a smart kid. It's just a nice way for me to come and blow off steam. Like this past week, I've had 2 tests in biochemistry and biology of cancer, and then as well as I'm in STEM to MBA, which is an AMP program in business. And I had a very large half of my grade presentation on Tuesday. So the IND presentation, yeah. So is coming out is a really good way for me to just kind of relax for a second.
I mean, I played soccer my whole life. My dad even named me a first soccer player, so I wanted to play in college as well, just as park. But I think with computer engineering, they definitely have a little bit of a stigma where it's like, they're just like inside all this, not a lot of social interaction. So for me, I'm a super social guy, and I love being able to get out here with like my best friends and play every night. And like Park said, blow off some steam and have fun, run around, exercise. And then also, I mean, I almost think of it as a way as like improving my studies in a way, because I know exercise, I think, helps your studying cognitive ability, and not having any breaks can kind of drive you crazy. So for me, this is kind of my study break. It's just like a friend group, I would say. I mean, we all hang out outside of soccer, and I mean, we all come here, like the goal is to have fun at the end of the day. And we all have like our own inside jokes, and I don't think my college experience would be the same if it wasn't for club soccer, to be honest.
It's competitive, which makes it fun because a club sport should be competitive, have that edge, so that's a lot of fun. The team is very inclusive, right when you get on, even if you're not on the team, and you're just supplemental trying, they'll be very inclusive of you and definitely train you. And when you do get on the team, it's also a very warm, fun environment.
Someone put the goal at half and just back this one up like the Mercedes thing.
The unique thing about our team is that we don't have a coach. We had a coach my first semester here, and then he took another position somewhere. So it's currently all player run, and that's not a bad thing, because if you have good leaders in your group that are willing to hold everyone accountable, then that can actually be a really good thing, because we create the drills that we want to do all the time. We normally at practices do scrimmaging and possession games that are pretty fun but also productive at the same time. So I think there's pros and cons to it, but it's currently all student run. We haven't had any hard arguments or anything about playing time, because I think there's a certain level of respect for everyone has with each other on the team. Everyone kind of knows where they rank in the hierarchy of players, and they're willing to accept their allotted amount of playing time. And normally you pretty much get to choose when you want to play, but you read the game and you see, am I going to help the team or am I going to hurt the team by being in? And that's kind of how we go by. And if there's a majority vote for someone to not be in the game or be in the game, that's what we'll do.
Not everyone's here, but just do it anyway. Since I'm retiring, need a new vice. So between Landon, Park, and Big Mike, you guys can just you don't have to say anything if you don't want. If you want to say something about why you want that position, and then we'll vote in the group chat or whatever about who gets it.
There's a few obvious things, I feel like everyone here would agree with is, I've been playing soccer my whole life. I love soccer. It's kind of my outlet for a lot of things. It's good exercise. I love you boys. But other than that, there's some few technical things. I mean, I serve as the academic chairman for my fraternity, and I'm the event coordinator for a new club on campus that we started. Kind of started that from scratch, so I've learned a lot from that. It's been a lot of good work. So I kind of know how those executive roles work and kind of the inner side of things. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I'll put the work in. I've never committed to something and not been serious about it, so yeah, don't forget to smile today.
What year are you?
I'm a sophomore.
Question.
Second
Did you
year.
ever win a regional championship in high school?
Yeah, I went to the state final 2 years in a row. And
What about I asked regionals?
Yeah, well, we won regionals 4 years in a
This
row.
question's over. You're done. Chairman, you're cut off.
So since you're involved in so many activities on campus, how are you gonna make time for soccer?
You know, that's a good question. You know, I always make the time. You know, I wake up at 6:30 every day and go to bed at midnight. You know, I put the work in. No, but seriously, I do. I don't mess around much. I don't go and watch YouTube or Netflix or anything. I do things. So
Balls out.
I'll put the time in.
You sound like a loser.
Nice.
I am a loser, but
Is that who I want running
Watch out, ladies.
Thank you, Landon.
The reason I wanted to, I mean, again, it doesn't matter. I just want, like, you know, someone to actually, like, that goes to meetings and stuff, because, like, I know, like, our relationship with the rec has been pretty bad. And so, but I mean, like, that's, like, what I want to fix, and, like, that, like, that and, like, prepping for tryouts next fall is, like, something that I want to think about. Like, equipment, trying to get that stuff, and organizing just, like, transaction between, like, getting new jerseys and getting, like, new equipment. But most importantly, trying to get the rec on our side, because they hate us. So I really, you know, my goal as a VP is just to kind of like mend that relationship and kind of get us back on their side, so that they're maybe willing to do couple more favors for us rather than just like shit against us, like this spring when we don't have any home games because they don't want to give us the space, time, or manpower to be able to facilitate them. So yeah, that's it. Love it, Park.
Beautiful park. I'll send a pullout in the group chat later, but tell everyone else to vote too.
So we weren't familiar with all the processes. So like in the fall when we went to go to Auburn, we didn't know that we had to like fill out a bunch of forms weeks in advance, and we didn't do any of that. So that's how we got a strike. And ever since then, I don't think they've been too fond of us.
Yeah, we've had like it's like hard to get our money because that stuff. Like to pay for like gas and like traveling, it's been a little tough to get the money from them because we have like money in our account that we can use, but it's up to their discretion on whether we're allowed to use it, and so sometimes it's tough to get it. You got to fill out a bunch of forms, and there's just like all this work you got to do, and they make it a little complicated. Sometimes it's hard to get a hold of them too. Like I like put in a form to get a home game and they didn't respond, so we had to like go out and find them.
It should be better next year, though. Hoping with the new start and people who know what the process is like, we should have a better relationship. Kind of like what Park was saying earlier.
Hey, and Joey. Joey.
What?
playing on Monday?
Yeah, but this is the last
This is the last like scrimmage.
Cam's got like 4 years left in his blue.
Roll Tide on three! Roll Tide on three! 1, 2, 3! Roll Tide!
Put in Zach Young's back behind.
Why is Zach Young starting over Topher?
Because I guess John Mark wants more practices and Zach Young said he wanted to start.
I don't really give a shit about who went to practice. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was definitely ugly, not one of our better games, but I think probably should have won that one, honestly. Just can't always have your best showing. I just think our touch just wasn't there entirely today. We're not in shape because everyone was really tired the whole second half, and it's hard. Like we don't really have structured conditioning with the team, but that's definitely one area of improvement for next season in the fall, especially.
Cancel because of rain or because of lights are out?
We can see.
Are they supposed to restart sooner?
I don't want to switch fields. We have 45 minutes.
I guess the rec just wanted to finish the game without delaying it, but yeah, that was kind of fun. I've never played in Lightning before, so that's not something you do very often. Normally they call the game immediately. It was fun. I enjoyed my whole last 2 years with them. It's gonna be sad to see them go. Obviously, like DV scored a goal in his last game, so that was pretty cool to watch. Yeah, I'm gonna miss Joey too. He's great up top. I just think it'll be a little bit of a different dynamic next year, but I think we have enough younger guys that we can make up for their missed presence.
Notice how that guy's not shaking hands? Buddy, let's shake. Say something, dude. But if you're gonna pull that shit on the field, at least have some decency.
We're always on that. Always on that game. Alabama roll tide.
This is club sports right here.
Actually, it is.
Should I just do the whole thing?
Do the whole thing. Make it like those nemesis, you know?
Dude, tape was last.
The tape sheet.
Do we want to use the box for protection?
I don't know, Park.
Jeez, we're on a budget here.
Good point.
I'm on the.
I turned over.
All right, hey, let's go 2 lines. Head dog, Joey.
It just comes out.
No
Yeah.
I like how when the fight started, Henry was about to run over there too.
Dude, we had to grab him by the collar. We had to grab Henry by the collar. He was barking too. The whole time.
Adam's on the second line. Even up the lines a little bit. Jeez.
I don't want to
All
be
right, let's go on the jump.
He's like hurting homeless cats.
Holy shit, please tell me you got that on camera.
You got that? She got it.
Good. Get up, right,
I guess the light, like the bulbs in the couple of the big lights went out like a week and a half ago or something, but that didn't really affect anything until like the last 10 minutes. Oh boy.